I'm your lighthouse, I'm the sun against your dark clouds. I will always be your guiding light. I know you're strong, need to get yourself together. Things still get better if you just believe it. Yeah, it's getting cold, the waves are crashing in. When the streams are getting strong, just hold on to me. Yeah, I'm your lighthouse, I'm the sun against your dark clouds. I will always be your guiding light. I'm your lighthouse, I'm the sun against your dark clouds. I will always be your guiding light.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to another day in the life. Today is Friday, February 4th. It is about 9 a.m. right now, and as you guys probably already saw, I got into the office a little bit ago. I went ahead and planned out my day. I designed the rest of April's kit, so now all we have to do is finish up cutting, and then I worked on some custom scripts for the orders that I'm planning to get out today. So I do plan to get 34 orders out today. These are orders from February 1st, so I've been trying to get like orders out as timely as I can, but I did recently mark down a bunch of kits, and so a lot of these orders are like discounted items and they're larger orders, so it takes a little bit longer to get through. While I'm working on orders, my brother is actually going to be working on restocks. Today we decided to just dedicate the day to restocks. And then also we do have our 2021 tax appointment at 11 a.m. So my brother will be watching Mila. Me and Jason will be heading to the appointment. And once we're done, we'll kind of pop back into the office and finish up for the day. So it's kind of a chill day, just orders and restocks, which is kind of nice, but I think it's gonna be a little hectic too, having that break in the middle of the day. So anyway, that is the game plan for today. Next week, you guys, like next week on Friday, I will have new releases going out for April. These kits are so gorgeous and honestly are piling up here. I'll show you guys, and I'm gonna post, I think, on like Instagram and stuff, showing you guys like how much goes into putting together like a release, a monthly release, because this is not even all of it. There's still more that we have to cut. But I just think it's kind of interesting for you guys to kind of see what goes into it, because there's a lot that goes into it. So yeah, that's the game plan for today. I'm gonna go ahead and start getting going with orders because we're gonna have to leave in about an hour. Last night we had my brother-in-law's 30th birthday party. It was a surprise birthday party. So me and my brother are kind of hurting today. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we are. I mean, I have a cold. I feel like I just got over a cold and I have like a runny nose again. But we like had a surprise birthday party last night, and my goodness, we stayed up super late. I did not go to bed until like 2 or 3 hours after my normal bedtime. So I'm tired. Baby Shannon, or BS, is tired. So yeah, anyway, it's gonna be a fun day. Lots of weird interruptions, and also we're working on a few hours of sleep, so it's gonna be fun. So yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and get into it, and I'll just kind of bring you guys along with us throughout the day. Alright guys, so we are about to head out to the tax appointment, but I wanted to show you guys how messy the office can get. This is what the office looks like when we're filling orders and working on restocks. So my brother's over here working on restocks. I'm over here working on orders, obviously. So I always have like my go-to bins that are like the samplers, add-ons, the thick and thin washi, whatever like monthly budget is we're currently working on my desk. And then I have stuff like on the floor, orders that are done. I have orders that are like still need something. My brother has printers going. It just gets insane in here. But luckily, you know, towards the end of the day or whatever, things get put away and cleaned up. But yeah, while we're working, it's pretty messy in here. So I just wanted to give you guys a little overview because I feel like you guys always see it when it's super clean, but let me tell you, it's not always that clean. Also, I wanted to show you guys all of these stacks of stickers up here. So this is kit 70 or 86, 87, wait, 86, 87, 88, 89. 89, all of the add-ons are actually over there stacked up, and then we have one more day of cutting. So that is what it looks like to cut a month's worth of stickers. Insane. I'm gonna also post a picture, I think, on Instagram and let you guys see that. I just feel like it's interesting to see, and I always kind of go back and forth like with what to share with you guys, because I feel like if you are a sticker shop owner or a business owner in general, you may be interested. Oh, that's the lamp. You may be interested in this, but in the beginning when I first started my shop, I was like a cut to order shop. So basically like I would have some stuff on hand and then I would just cut whatever else I needed. But over time, I've really tried to make my shop more of a ready to ship, which if you've ordered from me, you know that usually, unless it's like mystery kits or like new releases, like normally orders go out very quickly. I try to do that as much as possible. And being ready to ship is like a huge reason why we're able to do that. So when it comes to monthly releases, I always in the past have struggled with like, how much do I cut? Because of course, like it'd be great to cut a bunch, but then you struggle with, you're gonna have stuff on hand for a long time. What if it doesn't sell? And obviously it takes time and money to do that because you have to pay for the supplies, you have to pay for the labor to cut stuff, you know, if you have people working for you. And so there's kind of a trade-off. I feel like over time, my shop is 3 years old now. Over time, I've grown to understand more of what is in demand in my shop. For a long time, I felt like Daily Duo stuff was like really in high demand. And now I feel like Daily Duo stuff is not. So I try to focus more on the samplers and also on the add-ons. And then of course we do stock the Daily Duo and the A5 Daily Duo stuff well, but we're not stocking it as much as we have. So I think that's one thing that shop owners struggle with is like what to cut, how much to cut. And again, I think over time I've just kind of figured that out. The other thing that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make sure that we have enough cut, not only to get us through like the monthly release, but also to accommodate for the fact that over the year we're gonna have sales. And so I wanna make sure we have enough in stock so that when we have sales and like fun things going on, that we're not constantly working on restocks and that we have stuff stocked for those sales, because it's easier to cut stuff all at once rather than having to come back a bunch of times and cut it. So with the samplers and with the add-ons, we try to make sure that we're cutting enough so that it's in stock for a while, but also potentially in stock so that when we have sales and things, we also have stuff stocked for that. So that's kind of my little spiel all about inventory and all of that. I'm not gonna go into how many I cut of each kit. I kind of have a system, and I think the new cutting machine will also change that system a lot, because right now, to cut one kit, like complete, all of the samplers, all of the add-ons, the thick and thin washi, all the Daily Duo, the monthly dashboard, all of that, it takes us 2 full days. And that's with me and my brother cutting the majority of those 2 days. With this new machine, and I've gotten a lot of questions about it, I do plan on sharing more about it, but I'm waiting until we get it because I don't want to share information when I don't have experience with the machine yet. But when we get this new machine, I'm hoping that we can even increase or like boost up those inventory numbers even a little bit more, because right now we're limited on time. We just don't have enough time. I feel like materials wise, we're good there. We can definitely get the printers to do it. It's more just the time aspect. So I think that we'll be even more prepared once we get the machine and we're able to cut larger quantities. And you guys will see that a lot with, you know, what we have on hand and how little restocks and things we have to do going forward. But that's my little spiel all about that. I did mark down the older kits and you guys have been loving those on sale, which is really nice. I'm honestly shocked by how many orders have come in with those, but I'm glad that you guys are enjoying them and that they'll finally get some use, because I feel like I've had some of these older kits in my bins for a while now. I think what will happen is I'll continue to like mark those down every month. So like next month in March, I'll mark down the February kits from 2021. And I think like eventually, maybe at like the end of the year or something, all of those older kits will just go into grab bags, because I think there's gonna be some that just never sell out, and that's fine. So I'll just include that with the grab bags and things like that. But anyway, we need to get going to our tax appointment. So I'm going to leave you guys here. I'll definitely pop in when we're all done. I think the game plan is we're gonna head over, do our taxes, and then grab lunch. And like me, Jason, my brother, and Mila will have lunch together. And then we'll come back. I do still have like 24 orders to go. So I think some of them are really small orders, so it'll go pretty quickly. But yeah, I definitely need to get orders done. So hopefully everything goes quickly. Hopefully taxes go well. I always get kind of nervous every year when it comes tax time, because there's just, it's so complicated. Taxes are not fun. So we'll see. But anyway, I just wanted to pop in, talk to you guys a little bit about inventory and how we're able to stock, and you know, how I come up with all of that and everything like that. Just some considerations that we think about when we're stocking stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna head out and I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. All right guys, it is 12:45. We just got back from the tax appointment and also from lunch. I'm here at the desk about to start filling orders. My brother already started cutting. So the tax appointment went really well. We actually ended up getting money back, which is great. It's kind of funny because we, like me and Jason and our tax lady, were pretty much like laughing how close we got with federal. Like seriously, it was like a $90, like we paid $90 more than what we needed to. So kind of funny. She's like, man, you're good at predicting stuff. So it was just kind of good. But yeah, it's nice. We didn't owe anything, which is awesome. That's kind of what you want, is either to like have, you know, extra money, or a lot of people try and break even. So that is done. I am going to work on finishing the remaining 24 orders. My brother will continue working on restocks. We do have some sticker paper that should be coming today, so we'll be looking out for that. But yeah, that's a little update about how the meeting went. Didn't take too long. We were gone for like, I guess it was 2.5 hours. So it took a while, but yeah, anyway, I'm gonna get back to it. Just wanted to give you guys an update on how the tax appointment went. If you guys are going through that process, good luck. It's always kind of fun doing that whole process. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to it, but I just wanted to give you guys a little update. So I finished orders. I was able to get 34 done, but I am working on finishing these orders here. These orders, I guess I had more in stock for some of the older kits than what I actually had in my bins. So I'm just cutting those over on my brother's section. My brother's here working on restocks. He has a pile going there. And then I'm working on printing some packing slips for Monday. So hopefully on Monday I'll get all of the orders that are currently open all done. But I just wanted to give you guys a little update. It is, I think, like 2:30 or so now. So once I am done, you know, cutting the last couple of kits that I need for these, I'm probably going to put together the packing slips and then just kind of be done for today, because it has been a long day. I'm exhausted and I still have to babysit my niece and nephew later tonight.
Every change has a reason. Baby, let it come to you. Every soul, every season.
so it is almost 3:20 and we are wrapping up for the day. I have the packing slips and the orders all prepped for Monday. So there's 38 orders that are currently open. Actually 39, a new one came in. But 38 orders will be coming or going out on Monday. So I did that. I cleaned up some of our like cups and things like that we use. That's always something that I have to do before we leave. The orders are all done for today, so my brother will be able to bring those to the post office. I updated my budget as well, and I put together a game plan for this weekend because I'm really hoping that next week we're able to cut a bunch of new things. We haven't really had a chance to add new things to the shop, and there's a lot of things that you guys have been asking for. So my plan is on Monday we'll finish up the final kit for April, and then Tuesday, Wednesday we will work on new items, and Thursday and Friday we'll do the mystery kit. So I actually need to post the mystery poll pretty soon as well. But I'm hoping that with the April release there's a bunch of new functional stickers as well. So that's the game plan. This weekend I'm going to edit this video, do like 3 customs that I have. I don't have very many to do. And then I'm gonna design new items and then maybe even like pick the mystery kit art. So we'll see, but I wanted to really quickly before I end the video talk a little bit more about the inventory because I touched on it a little bit, but I don't feel like I explained myself or explained the process that much. So I guess I'm gonna just start with, if you are like brand new and you are trying to determine how much you should cut, because honestly the easiest thing to do is to be a ready to ship shop. I feel like a lot of customers, at least the feedback that I get, say that they like when items or orders ship quickly. I think we all are kind of used to it with Amazon. Just, you know, you place an order and then within a few days it's shipped and getting on like its way to you. So if I was starting a shop from the beginning, I would create a shop and situate my inventory so that I am ready to ship. I think that's the best alternative. If you don't, then eventually if you decide that you want to be, it's gonna be a lot of work to get there. So I honestly think that's the best solution, and honestly what I would do if I was starting all over again. And then when it comes to determining how much inventory you should have, that's the hard question, right? Like how much should you have on hand? Because like I kind of touched on before, you don't want to have too much so that stuff is just sitting there. You have a lot of money tied up in the inventory. It takes a lot of time to like actually go ahead and like cut everything, or you know, whatever, depending on what your business is. What I normally do, and I did the same thing when I switched up all of my kits to having samplers and then a bunch of add-ons and things like that. What I normally do is I start somewhat small, or you know, kind of based off of random numbers to begin with. Like the first month was January samplers. I honestly had no idea. I'm like, okay, let's just make up a number. I'm gonna do 50. And again, these are just made up numbers, but like, let's say I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start with the first month 50. I think that may be a reasonable amount. And then as I'm going on month by month, you kind of see patterns. Some kits will sell better than others, some will, you know, sell less than others, but you'll kind of see over time around an amount of how, you know, how much something will sell. So then you get a better picture of, okay, you know, the samplers, I was, you know, the first month I cut 50, but you know, by the 3 months later, that kit sold 150. So then you know, okay, going forward, I'm gonna do, when I'm cutting them, I'm gonna cut 150 instead of starting with 50 and then having to do restocks. But then of course you wanna kind of build in some extra inventory because you want them to stick around for a while. You don't wanna have to like open up the file and recut. That's just a process. And then also if you have sales, like let's say that you have an anniversary sale, a Black Friday sale, like a Mother's Day sale, you're gonna wanna make sure you have stock available so that again, you don't have to do all these restocks all the time. So I feel like you usually have to start off with some random number, but then you need to look at patterns. You need to look at the analytics of your shop and see, okay, what is an average amount for these samplers? And what do I want to do? Am I okay with doing restocks because I want to kind of be a just-in-time shop where, you know, you don't have a ton of stuff like just sitting? Or do you want to be one of those shops that you stock up a bunch and then you're really set for really good sales and things like that, because you don't have to worry about things going out of stock and having to redo them. I think ultimately, like for me, I want to be kind of in the middle. I want to be at a point where I have a decent amount on stock so that I'm not like constantly having to restock, so that when I have sales, like things are available and I'm not like having a huge list of restocks to do. But at the same time, I don't want to have too much open, because I've seen how, like, you know, if you cut too much, things just kind of sit and then you have to discount it significantly to get them to sell, and you don't really want to do that either. So I feel like unless you're a super huge shop, it's really hard to stock a ton of everything. It's just not, it's not gonna happen. And honestly, again, with the deep discounts, I feel like there are definitely, you know, shops and stores and things that just do these huge discounts, and I always wonder how in the world are they able to do that. And I think a lot of it just goes back to the fact that if you cut a lot at one time, if you invest all that time and money and then you just have it sitting, sometimes it's worth it just to like get it moving and, you know, get people buying it. So there's a trade-off, and you have to just you know, determine what matters most to you, what kind of shop you want to have, if you are okay with doing restocks. Restocks are just one of those things. Like, I always think like, oh man, more restocks to do. But then I think in the back of my mind, like, restocks are good. It means things are selling, that you guys are enjoying things. But at the same time, would it be better to stock things up really well so that you really don't have to keep opening that same file, printing, cutting? I don't know. I don't know what the right solution is. Again, I'm hoping with this new machine that we have less restocks, that we're able to cut a quantity that we can have things on hand for quite a while, especially things that sell a lot, like expense tracking stickers. Like, those are always around. We always try and cut like a pretty decent amount when they do sell out so that we have them in stock for a while. But you know, I feel like it's just a trade-off. You have to determine if you want to do the restocks and have restocks constantly, or if you want to try and like really bulk up stock, but then again, you have a lot of money and stuff invested in the stock. So anyway, hopefully that's helpful. That's kind of how I determine when I have something new, especially if it's like something that's going to be a reoccurring thing. That's really how I determined everything, especially with the samplers, because I feel like that was something that was just really different. Before, I had like sheet A and sheet B, and sheet A had like hourly and vertical and horizontal. So when I was starting the samplers, I honestly had no idea. I'm like, well, I could look at the sales of all three, but like, is that representative? Like, maybe now that there's add-ons, maybe more people will shop in my shop. Like, I had no idea. But that's kind of the way that I determined it, and I've been adjusting it as I go. I kind of look every month when I'm doing the samplers. I say, okay, what, like, how much have I sold of all the old ones so far? And then I try and kind of base my numbers off of that. And again, I think I'm just gonna keep increasing it. Like, if I notice that they're still selling just as well as they are now, I'll keep increasing it so that hopefully they'll be around for a while, so that when we do have sales, like I'm hoping to have, you know, sales throughout the year, then when we do have sales, like, we're well stocked, so that we're not, you know, getting into this crunch of trying to like restock things during sales, because that's just, it's a lot. It makes sales kind of stressful on our end. So anyway, that's a little bit about stock. Hopefully you guys enjoyed little bits and pieces about that. You guys can tell we have a ton of stock up here, and I am really looking forward to it. I don't know why, but I'm looking forward to, like, once we're done on Monday, putting them all out like on a table or something and just taking pictures so I could share with you guys like what goes into a monthly release. And honestly, that's not even all of it, because we still have like washi tape that, like, obviously isn't up there, it's already put away. We have budget stickers that are already put away. So there's a lot that goes into monthly releases, and it can seem really overwhelming if you are new. Like, if you're a new shop owner and you're like, how in the world do I even, you know, start with this process? And honestly, I would say, again, you have to start somewhere, but also it's a lot easier to do that type of stuff when you are ready to ship, because if you are cutting to fill orders and then also trying to cut for the next release, it gets to be a lot. I've experienced it, so I know, but man, is it a lot. So anyway, I need to head out and get Macy, and I'm gonna go spend some time with the girls before I have to go and babysit for my sister. But I just wanted to pop in, close out the day in the life, and also talk a little bit about some stuff that I didn't feel like I touched on in the first clip. So yeah, that is pretty much it for us. Hopefully this weekend is chill. I'm exhausted. I cannot wait to just fall asleep on my sister's couch when her kids are asleep. So yeah, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.